Hello. Hopefully, I'm not muted. I tried to throw on a quick face. I grabbed a wig. Let's see. Hold on. Oops, crooked. Crooked again. Let's go this way. To my liking. Good evening. Welcome to Let's Have a Fefe. I look like I've stolen a costume out of Cats. This is your Wednesday night conversation. Oh my gosh, how terrible is this? And how late am I? By several minutes. Let's see. That is my excuse, and I'm for tonight. And hi, Sham. How are you? Yes. Or do y'all like it without? I don't think so. I don't have a lash on. Anyway. Yes. Share, like, subscribe with all your friends. For more than 10 years, we've been doing this for 10 years, and I still can't get it together. Can you believe it? Ooh. Anyway. Thank you. I like my glaze too. Anyway, this is episode 9. No, this is episode 20 of season 11. And Freddy Prinze Charming is not here tonight. I thought I could be Miss Brave, whatever, and do this tonight by myself. I told him that I could talk to myself for a long period of time, so I figured that I could record it and live stream it to you all, and you would be like, yeah, she's got it together, but she doesn't got it together tonight. And I've been trying to do something like this, but I want to go a little bit more extravagant with the greens and do something else. But I haven't gotten there because every time I think I'm going to do it, I never make it, or I try to do it last minute, whatever. So I miss you too. Thank you so much. But let me get through this spiel, because probably people aren't going to be here or whatever, because I'm a lame duck, I guess. I don't know. But Freddy's not here tonight, getting ready for Wild Wild West Con, getting all the things together. I probably should have just taken the night off too, but I thought, y'all, I just wanted to talk to you all. And with that, we like to thank those that subscribe to our exclusive content on Patreon. You too can subscribe to us on Patreon at patreon.com/Let's Have a Fefe. We'd like to thank our patrons, Brandon, Chris, and Michelle, Dee, Drake Jensen, Casey Starr, Carrie and Corey, Kim, Joan, Leanne, Nicole, and Shannon. I will say that we have one subscriber who is now hitting the G spots. Yes, and if you hit the spot, you get a one-on-one each month with Freddie and I, along with all the other perks of like quarterly merch. There's a whole workup. If you go to patreon.com/Let's Have a Fefe, you can see all of the levels of what you get. Just paying $1 gets you your name on the board. So I don't know what's important to you. Special thanks to Success Boutique, LC Designs, and Wigs of a Kind for supporting us. You can support us too by donating at paypal.me/Let's Have a Fefe. Yes. And if I ever get my life together, you can text LHAF to 602-730-7379, and I will eventually get my life together and send texts to you all. it is International Women's Day. International Women's Day. Um, and I am so happy that I know so many women who are conquering and, just being magical unicorns. Um, I we want to acknowledge that lesbian, bi, and trans women are women, and that you don't get to decide that for them, because there are people that will be all day, every day, saying that they aren't, but they are women, a woman. Um, Put in the comments if you want to shout out a woman, or shout yourself out. I say yes. Also, we'd like to thank, real quickly, get back to housekeeping. For the Facebook stars, if you are on Facebook, you can click the stars somewhere down below. And we can earn money. Yes, go all of us. Yes. Let's go. Sibs. We would like to thank DJ Image. We'd like to thank Eddie Omega, Emily, Tony the Tiger, Laura Renfro, and more for keeping us afloat with 500 stars or better. So, Sham, is it just you and me all night? I could have sworn that the episode was shared, but anyhow, this weekend was a good weekend, I think. We had sex trivia, which was pack the house down. We had some similar questions that Freddie was asking last week, and folks were not about it. And it but they learned some things, real quick, because sexperts think they're sexperts and experts in everything sexual related, and they are not. And they quickly learned that, I think, because answers are answers and facts are facts, right? And so great crowd. Always a good place to hang out, even afterwards, because it does fill up pretty quickly. Gracie's Text Bar in Phoenix. Sunday was not much of nothing, I want to say. I think it was a lame duck day, at least for me. And then today, I was on a podcast about a month ago, or you want to say, and it was called Always Everything with Young Squale. Hopefully, or Young Squala. And it has been one of my goals to be in more speaking engagements. And so podcast guest was one of those, little checks in there. And so that was one of the 2 or 3 that I've done, but this is the first one that has been published. And so he was asking some hard-hitting questions. Let me just say, you can tell in parts where I'm uncomfortable. You can tell where I did not expect some of the questions, because he did not give me any of these questions. But I encourage you to listen to it, and you be the judge. Tell me what I could have done better. But like I say in there, I am not the spokesperson for the LGBTQ plus community, and so do what you will with what I said. So um, it was a little nerve wracking, but he got me. Um, and I hope that if you know any other podcasts that I um, can entertain or be on, let me know, and I will jump on, do on. Yeah. Um, Thank goodness. But that was my weekend, and I I think I've shared the episode on Facebook or wherever, and so um, encourage you to go watch the episode. I could share the link if y'all are interested, but I have to go find it. It's on YouTube too. It's on YouTube and Spotify and wherever you find your uh, podcast. Sham, since you're the only one here, what'd you do this weekend? I know you'd be adventurous with Little Miss Sandy. Um, so please do share. If you're watching, say hello. It's a very quiet night, and I told Freddie that I can handle this, and I'm talking to myself. But it's your Wednesday night conversation. Hi, Holly. Um, and I will try not to bore you to tears. If I do, just give us 500 stars and you can log off. That way you did something with me, for me. You went and discovered worms and caterpillars. Oh, Sandy had you in the woods. So Sham says went and discovered worms and caterpillars, and thank God we didn't die. Sandy had them in the woods. So you know, if you've watched the show, we've had Sham on before for her and her daughter's, children's book, Sightseeing with Sandy, and now it's a series. I remember connecting with her through a live stream. I could babysit? No, 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 no. No. I got 3 of my own. You can babysit. Y'all should come explore the desert, the Arizona desert. Brought to you by Arizona's hot ass heat. Yes. Uh, Sorry, I'm getting off track. Anyway, connected with Sham through Paul C. Brunson. Is it a C? I think it's a C. Anyway, and I was like, ooh, I would love that for like drag story hour. I could read the book. For the first book, I actually tried to dress as the character, the main character, of course, and read the book. I think we've even done the author talk, and she's been on the show, so she's full exposure, honey. So that's been wonderful. That's why she's out in the woods, because they're doing research. I'm just kidding, I'm making stuff up. In the next book, I'll be making stuff up. Don't worry. Not making stuff up tonight. I'm looking for this post. Anyway, so somebody before I got on, Anita Healing, I believe, was asking, let me ask the right question. The question for drag performers, I think, oh, a hint at the next book. Might be in the forest. Might be in the forest. Uh, I don't do just the tip like Freddie does, but I would say, for tonight, we're going to talk about how to keep the stamina up, but not the stamina you're thinking about. This is in relation to entertaining, but I also wanted to put my little spin on it by saying that it's like being a parent. Like, because you work all day, then you take care of the kids, and then you go to bed. Repeat, repeat, repeat. But for me, you throw it in with entertaining. Yikes! And I think Freddie has talked about this before. But the question was, how do you all serve performances that are high energy while dealing with exhaustion from work? Um, they're asking because they need some tips on keeping the stamina up, and work has been draining to say the least. Yes, 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 yes. So I will say I work a full-time job, have a couple side hustles, uh, and have a full course of a family. And so um, I think, in my own opinion, is that you stay hydrated always. Don't worry about what's in my cup. But you stay hydrated always. Um, be careful what you eat. You know, I like me a good fried food. You know, I like a good fried food. But it's all about how you take care of your body, because your body treats you how you treat it, if that makes any sense. So this is like the largest working um, thing for you. And so, like, even taking care of your skin when you wake up in the morning, and making sure that you do the due diligence in the face, keeping up with yourself, and staying hydrated. I would say that maintaining a little bit of exercise from time to time. If you don't do it every day, do it at least like once or twice. Um, excuse me, a week. Um, yes, thank you. Thank you for being here. Yes. On LinkedIn, nonetheless. I'm a professional. Um, we will see you soon. Come visit the desert. Um, make sure you follow Shambrika. Shambrika. Yes. Um, but some tips on keeping the stamina up. Staying hydrated is one that's mentioned throughout this whole thing, throughout the whole post. Rest. We don't know how important sleeping is until we need it, and we sleep like 3 days. I don't know if you've ever done that, but I have. Um, I don't hike that often, so good luck. Um, yes, rest, rest, rest. You know, we like to have the books fully booked sometimes, but we need to make sure that we are resting and giving what our body needs, which brings me to um, we need to, we need to focus on making sure that you're eating correctly and on time. Because, ooh, when I don't eat, I feel the most loopiest. I feel like there is there's no time. I feel like I want to sleep even more. I don't, sometimes I just, and I get hangry. Let's be honest, I get hangry, really hangry. Let's see. Somebody said take vitamins daily. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate is the key word here. Hello. Um, I like to think that if you're performing and then working, if you're able to give yourself a little bit of downtime, um, and come back, like do the thing that isn't your normal life per se. Um, and then, get into face, get your things together. Um, Planning. I think I do better when I plan my performances and when I have my bag prepared most times, because if you're ever here when I'm getting myself together, mm-mm, I don't have my bag together until I'm about to leave. Um, but you know, I say keeping the stamina up is something that you build up, something that if work is draining you, you need to uh, make sure that you're drinking water throughout the day, make sure you're eating. Don't be like, oh, well, I'll eat later. Because, your body needs that food to, metabolize, make energy, especially if you're going to, boogie down boots, if you're going to be dancing and stuff, make sure you are fed. Now, don't be, yeah. And especially if you're going to be drinking while you're performing, yeah. Eat before you drink. If they serve food at the bar, uh, I don't know. Yeah, eat. I love some good food. Let's see what else they got on here. Hydrate. Listen to your body is a good one. Oh, that's a good one. Somebody said take a deep breath um, while you're lip syncing, or take as many deep breaths as you need to. Um, Not breathing while performing can leave you exhausted. I never thought of that. I don't hold my breath while I'm performing. But I do make sure that I'm not like whispering the words, because I do whisper pretty loud. You don't need to be hearing that. Ooh, that one said it's too much. It says they drank coffee all day. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's good. No, not for me. Let's see. I love all of this. Somebody said energy drink and a serenity prayer. Shake a few times and serve high energy. But if you have any ways that you like to keep the stamina up, whether it's on stage or not, but like I said, it's all in what you eat. It's all in um, staying hydrated. It's all about making sure that you don't show up, don't hold your breath. That was one of them. I also want to say that with having kids around, which is still not new, but new to me, is that you kind of plan for the unexpected, if you can. Sometimes you can't. Um, a lot of people say, like, how can you? And I'm very fortunate that I can, because Scott is here. I'm sure that the people that have kids have people that watch them, or they do it old school, like how we used to do. Older brother, older sister watched all of them. And so, but yeah, stay healthy, stay going. You collapsing is not worth what they're paying. Your health is very important. And there's no, the show will go on, but we don't want to see you on the floor. not like that. Is not worth it like that at all. There's two of you here, but I cannot see anybody chatting. Anyway, that's all of the tips I have. And if nobody's chatting, should I continue? Do you want to hear me talk all day long? Huh? No. Just kidding. Somebody told me earlier that I need to be a little more lively. Oh, you're eating dinner? What's for dinner? Hi, Eddie Omega. I did not see you walk in. On the service that we use, we don't see like people like when you watch on your phone, you can see people. It says Eddie Omega is watching or Holly is watching. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say anything. I'm just sitting here talking to myself, staying hydrated, keeping my stamina up, and hopefully a sandwich and mac and cheese. That sounds good. And hopefully I'm projecting my energy so that you all can feel it. Is that weird or what? I found this article earlier, and now it's not in my bookmarks anymore. Whoa. And I guess the theme for International Women's Day is embrace equity. Also, what I have seen on different news outlets is that some people are marching, not particularly in the US that I saw. I could be wrong, but I have not seen. There was a march in Pakistan. About 2,000 women rallied in the Pakistani city of Lahore, or correct me if I'm wrong, Lahore or Lahore, I don't know, Lahore. Despite the efforts of authorities that were trying to ban the protests, and they, I can't believe we're still doing the whole like, you woman, you bad. I can't believe we're still doing that. Hundreds of women, despite the ban. Ireland to hold a referendum to remove woman's place in home reference in their constitution. Oh my goodness. What is happening? I did not know that was in the Constitution. Do we have something like that in our Constitution? Better not. I have a very calming vibe. Welcome to Let's Have a Fefe. I'm going to need you to take a deep breath in. And now, deep breath out. Thank you. Now back to our International Women's Day coverage. So women are not allowed to protest in Pakistan. Got it. And Ireland, we're talking about how a woman's place is in the home, is being taken out of the Constitution. Why they waited so long? Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, I guess The Guardian has like a page of like full coverage of International Women's Day. This is not the article I found earlier, but let's see as I walk through this. According to the UN, women and girls remain underrepresented across the creation, use, and regulation of technology. I know that in recent years, girls who code, I think that's what it is, has been a big push. Underrepresentation happens in a lot of different other um, facets of careers, like welders. I believe there's about 4% of women who are welders, but the ones that do it are so good at it. Um, would you say? We don't need a time machine. We're already ass backwards. You right. You right. Uh, there, I think there's a group of governors fighting for abortion rights, if I'm not mistaken. Also, there are less women are less likely to use digital services or enter tech-related careers, and significantly more likely to face online harassment and violence. Yes, I agree with that, including on LinkedIn. Um, I see so many, uh, you know, non-professional behavior or unprofessional behavior on LinkedIn, and uh, in fact, I think like a couple months ago, a guy um, did a little rant on LinkedIn because he said, "Fellas, do better," because a guy had sent this long conversation back and forth to his wife, and she was like, "No, I'm not interested," basically, and continued to pursue her. And he said, "Yeah, do better. Don't go after women on LinkedIn. This is not the place." And, I mean, if it does go that way, let it happen on its own, but it's not a dating app at all. Let's see. According to recent data, women's exclusion from the digital world comes with a massive cost for all, and has shaved uh, $1 trillion from the gross domestic product of low and middle income countries in the last decades. Women are so powerful. They be stealing your money. Give women a chance. Let's see. I also saw a quote that said, "Women are not the history. Women are to be celebrated," because this day is to not necessarily harp on the gaps and the things that are needed, but give celebration too. Let's see. On the, I don't want this. I guess Davina McCall, who, it looks like my eyes are closed. Isn't that funny? Because I'm reading down and there's a glare on my eye. Anyway, I guess The Guardian had three. I see. I do understand this though. Let's see. Did you know this? 59% of women are saving into a pension, compared to the 66% of men who are saving into pension. Why is that number so low? Frankly, because women aren't being paid as much as men. And the I know that a couple years ago there was the, Fill the Gap was a huge campaign. And so it's just, it says even for the youngest workers, women are putting less aside for their pension, because they're not being paid enough. And sometimes marginalized people do not get paid what they're worth, even if people know better. And so if you're living paycheck to paycheck and barely slipping by, you're not putting that much away. You are using every penny of it to live your life. and maybe have some enjoyable moments that like going to the movies or doing something. Let's see. Yes, gender pay gap is what we just talked about. Oh, I guess there was another march too. Women are facing a plethora of problems and issues here. Where is this at? Islamabad? Where is this at? Oh, it's in Pakistan. Oh, it's Pakistan's capital. Excuse me. Sorry. Wow. I guess there's a ban against women protesting there. There's a ban against protesting, I believe, in the Middle East, because why not? They do that anyway. And last week I found a full listing of wonderful women who are making their mark in history. Let's see if I can find that one too. It was, we never finished the list. Awkward silence. What'd you say, Eddie? Where's the flying jetpacks boomers promised? Oh, because we're going into some kind of recession? I think. Maybe? I don't know. This is something that I missed last week. A gay congressman celebrates Beyonce during the House floor. In honor of the end of Black History Month and the start of Women's History Month, a gay Democrat lawmaker representative Robert Garcia paid tribute to Beyonce. Wow. Says that she represents. I rise today to commemorate by honoring an individual who represents both Women's History Month and then some. Okay. Wow. The women that should not be celebrated is Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is now accusing somebody who's a former executive who is also gay for pushing a grinder on kids. Yikes. Wow. Can't believe I just read that. Let's see. I cannot find that listing. Oh, there it is. And I shared the screen last week. Hi. Let's see. I think I started at the bottom. We did Angela Jones last time. Oh, right. Amazing Letty. That's who this is. Was born in Saigon. Amazing Letty is a fierce advocate for LGBTQ kids in sports. Amazing. I want to say she's amazing. Was adopted into a white family in Australia and began her lifelong passion for athletics as a bodybuilder at the age of 6. I can't even lift a box. She was bullied for being Asian and LGBTQ plus, and her work at the intersection of these identities has been influential. Go ahead. She founded the Amazing Letty Foundation, which works to prevent anti-LGBTQ and anti-AIDS discrimination. She works tirelessly for the inclusion of LGBTQ people in sports and has worked publicly to further queer Asian representation in sports and the media with Athlete Ally, the BBC, and the Obama White House, among many others. Oh, you know Obama? Okay, yes. Let's see. One of my faves. Janet Mock. Janet Mock is a transgender rights activist or advocate, writer, and media producer. Originally from Hawaii, she worked as the staff editor for People magazine, where she came out as transgender. She wrote her first autobiography in 2012, which began her entry into more overt advocacy by speaking on her experience transitioning as a teen in Hawaii. She worked for a melody of media organizations, formats before settling into screenwriting. After writing her second autobiography, she began writing the critically acclaimed show Pose on FX. Pose was groundbreaking for casting trans actors to play trans actors and accurately depicting the ballroom scene of the 1980s New York. Janet is the first openly transgender woman of color to write a television episode and secure a major studio deal. Her work on and off screen has increased crucial transgender representation in the media. Yes, yes. I love that. And to see so many folks getting Academy Awards and Emmys. Yes, yes. So much. Kim Coco, I am horrible at names. Awamoto is a politician from Hawaii. So Hawaii must be a good place to be. I heard it's expensive though. From both her lived experience as a transgender individual and her grandparents' experience as survivors of Japanese internment in California, she grew up no stranger to a pressing need to protect all people's rights. Yes. To this end, she served on the Hawaii Board of Education and later on the Hawaii Civil Rights Commission. This made Kim the first openly transgender person elected to statewide office in the country. She ran both for lieutenant governor and state representative, only narrowly losing both races. Wow. Kim continues to push the boundaries for the Asian American LGBTQ community and fights to represent all people's interests in her work, including leading advocacy efforts for LGBTQ youth experiencing homelessness in Hawaii. Wow. And we have a little bit of time. I'll go with Brenda Howard. Oh, Brenda passed. Brenda Howard was heavily involved. She passed in 2005. Heavily involved in the first Pride event in 1970. Whoa. After coordinating rallies to commemorate the 1 month, 1 year, and subsequent anniversaries of the Stonewall Rebellion of 1969, known by some as Mother of Pride, Brenda is widely credited with coming up with the modern idea of the week-long Pride event that we see celebrated internationally. Whoa, okay. Trailblazing. Initially active in the feminist and anti-war movements, in 1987 she turned more towards bisexual specific organizing with organizations like BiNet USA and the New York Area Bisexual Network. She helped plan dozens of marches and brought issues of bisexual representation to the forefront in the queer community, and worked for kink and polyamory visibility. Okay, love it. Sadly, she passed away from cancer in 2005. Oh, but her legacy lives on in pride celebrations worldwide. Dang, we got some trailblazing people. I'm gonna save a couple more of these for next week. Hopefully the bookmark doesn't change. I couldn't find it at first. I don't know what happened. But yeah, that's a little bit of women in the news, women in history, because we are celebrating Women's Day, International Women's Day, where in some countries it's not legal for women to do a lot of things. We've come so far, but there is still a lot of work to do, including the recently, people telling people what to do with their bodies. Still not over it. Many aren't, and never should you be. That is crazy. That is all I got. That is all I got for this evening. I encourage you that if you are not in tune with women's history, that you check it out, because even just reading some of this tonight was a little bit surprising, a little bit informative, a little bit of education. And my nose is driving me absolutely bonkers. It's wow. 2023 has got to be the year to bring this back, back to celebrating women, back to giving rights to people that deserve it, and fighting anti-LGBTQ plus bills. Because I believe Tennessee, I don't want to misspeak, but some states have already started voting on these anti-LGBTQ plus laws and set forth them in motion, some wanting them as soon as the end of the month or April. And I can't believe that it's actually happening, and that some of our siblings are going to have to not live their authentic life, or live their authentic life with backlash, or I don't know what to call it. It's just very disheartening, very hurtful, very makes me cry. Everybody should have a little slice of the pie and be able to live their life, including the women who can't march in Pakistan. They need their rights. Let's see. Holly says yes. Yes. Let's go. Coming up, the reason why Freddy's not here. So if you're headed down to Tucson, enjoy the Wild West Con. Gosh, what's going on with my mouth? Where Freddy will be down there, dressed to the nines, I'm sure. And there's the Little Ditty, a show down there. I believe tickets are still on sale, maybe. If not, I'm sure you could try getting in through the door. I don't know. I don't make promises because I'm not there. So let me know how that goes for you. But if you are in Tucson, check out the Wild West Con this weekend. Next week we are this weekend I'm at Magic at Stacy's. It came up really quick. I thought I had more time. But here I am. And then on March 17th, we are back at La Guitarra for Cats and Drag Bingo. Get your tickets at laguitarra.org. Click visit, and it'll take you to like a portal to buy tickets for the event. It's on March 17th. April 6th through the 9th, Freddie will be at Austin International Drag Fest, along with Coco Bardot, Sassy, Diaz, or DeMornay, excuse me. And then I have on here that Freddie is going to be at Southwest Love Fest in April. On May 4th, Bingo. Freddie will be at Drink Me Tea Room for Bingo. It's an awesome place. It's a cute little place. Took a lot of pictures in there. I had a great time with the folks the last time I did bingo there. In June, we will be performing at Phoenix Fan Fusion. People love the drag show. Save your energy for the drag show when you go to Phoenix Fan Fusion. We hope to see you there. This weekend, I believe, is the Phoenix Pride pageant, the Mr. and Miss. So wishing the best of luck to all who are, trying to get that title, trying to raise last minute funds to get towards your, I think that's toward the score. And congratulations to Roman Holiday and Desiree DeMornay for a great reign, for being out in the community and doing the damn thing. And big shout out to Desiree DeMornay. She's got a lot going on. So when you see her this weekend, just give her lots of hugs, give her lots of, good juju. But I think that's it. We have some guests that we are trying to line up, and we keep saying that every week, but it's because we're trying to make schedules meet, and some people don't reply right away. So then it's like, hey, did you get that message? You know how this goes. Herding cats is how life goes. Thank you for all of you that stopped by, for that are watching live now, but have been so quiet. I swear Freddie will be back next week, and you all will have something to talk about. I have a celebratory moment. I forgot a book. So, celebratory moment this week. My first podcast as a guest this year just got posted. There's one question in there that I think that I answered quite well. If you don't like the answer, you should tell me how you think I should have answered. On Always Everything with Young Squala. I want to say Squale, but it's Squala. And I think I tagged it on I think I shared it. If I'm not mistaken, I think I shared it on my Facebook or on some social media platforms. But I want to share that I didn't publish my first book. I have my first photo published in a book. I know, it's like a big deal. And the book is Authentic Selves, Celebrating Trans and Non-Binary People and Their Families. My picture didn't make it on the cover, though. But maybe that's the next goal. Huh? Maybe that's the next goal. But the picture I took is on page 50. And I love even numbers. I wonder, how can I do this? Yes. A lovely couple. Tamara Burns and her partner Joseph are in this book. That's who I was taking a picture of. And I owe a couple of y'all some photo shoot photos too. But that's not the point. I'm excited that this is my first published book, and it's something that represents my community. You know, it's very like a full circle moment, I think. Very, very wonderful. And so if you are publishing a book and you want your author photo, I know Holly is wonderful, and I cannot compete with Holly. So, but if you want me, then let's do it. Anyway, so that's a small little, not small. This is not small. A win. So celebratory moments, if you will. You should have saw me. I was like, what is? Because I get books sent to me all the time because I like to read, but and I'm part of Drag Story Hour, and so I was like, what book is this? What is this from? And I was like puzzled at first, but I definitely know what it's about, and so excited when I saw this photo in there. So anyhow, I have kept you from your sandwiches. I have kept myself from my dinner. I told y'all to go eat before you perform, and here I am, starving to pieces. But thank you for watching on live. Thank you for supporting us. That is the biggest thing, because you could be like, peace out, girl. Thank you for those that watch on the replay and those that watch or listen to us on the podcast. We are inching toward 9,000 downloads, and I think in my mind I'm kind of chasing that 10K goal. So even if you watch, you can replay it, put us on in the background while you are cleaning the tile grout. I don't know. I don't know your life, but so we can get to that 10,000. Thank you again, and we will see you next week for your Wednesday night conversation. Good night.